Hey everybody, Mike Chipperini at Chipper's Island Adventures, and if you are the owner of a Class C or Class B RV and you are either concerned about your chassis battery or are having chassis battery issues occasionally, then you are going to want to watch this video. So hey everybody, occasionally I read about how people are having issues with their chassis battery. Now, this can be a real issue. Sometimes there's a phantom draw or something to that effect, and these things happen. And if you have these concerns, you are going to want to carry a particular item on your RV. And I recommend this item. The NOCO Boost HD model GB70, and this is a battery jump kit. As you can see, we have a negative terminal, we have the positive terminal, but it's more than just a jump kit. This jump starter will jump up to an 8-liter engine, and this one charge, this will jump 20 different times, or up to 20 different times. So a lot of battery charges, they're good for about one jump start, and then you got to recharge them. Well, this one here is good for 20. And fortunately, I haven't had the need to use it on my RVs, the one I owned before and the one I own now. But recently, one of my vehicles, we left the lights on, the battery drained down, and I wasn't even getting a click or anything. And I took this out and I jump started that car without any problems within about 10 seconds. It was that good. So not only is this a jump starter, but it also has multiple other uses. One is it has a flashlight. So now you have a flashlight, but not only that, the flashlight, you can dim it down. Let's see. Dim it down again. Put it on a SOS. Right now it's tapping out SOS. You can put it on a strobe. And all these can be used for emergency purposes if you're out on the road. For instance, if you have to work on your RV in the dark, you can use that flashlight. But let's say you break down or get a flat or something on a dark night, then you can put the strobe on, or you could put the SOS on. Now, a lot of people don't know what SOS means, but if they see the flashing lights, they're gonna know that's a warning of some sort. Or you can just put it on the strobe. And, you know, so it's a very bright light, and it works great. The other thing you can use this for is on the rear panel, you have inputs and outputs. So let's go over the input. This is for charging the device. First and foremost, you have this charging cable. Basically, you go ahead, plug in the small end, and then using a USB port, you plug in this end. Now in my Travato 59K, I have a couple towers of power, and they have USB ports right on them. So I can use this right in there or on any USB charger. So that's one way to go ahead and do that. Another way is using this cable, and this is multi-use. As you can see, I just pulled off this 12-volt connection. You can connect this end, and then using this end, you plug it into this 12-volt plug, and now you have a 12-volt charging terminal. So you can use it with the 12-volt, or you can use it with a USB 120. Now, on the other side, you have an output. So if you want to charge your phone, you can go ahead and connect it to the USB port. And when I say phone, I mean iPads, whatever charges off USB. And the other side, you can take this very same cable here and plug in the end, and now you have a 12-volt terminal that you can charge off of this starter pack. And there's a lot of devices out there that plug into 12 volts. Every RV has 12-volt connections like this, but you can also use it here. So that's great. You have multiple uses. Now, while I'm talking about these cables, I like to talk about the charging time. This thing can take up to, I believe, 7 hours to charge. It depends on your source of charging. So if you're driving down the road and you're connected to the 12 volt, I believe it's a lot quicker, like 2.5 to 3 hours. And I'm going to look that up real quickly. I have my little manual that this device comes with, and it does go over that. And basically, it says if you use a 12 volt fast charge, you're talking 2 to 3 hours. But if you use, we'll say, a USB at 2 amps, it can take up to 7 hours. So it has a variable amount of charge time. It also comes with this little bag here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where I store this in my RV, along with how some of these little connections work. So let's go ahead and go up to the Travato 59K, and we'll go ahead and plug this in, and you'll be able to see. So the first thing I want to do is demonstrate how this works when charging off a tower of power. So I've plugged it in, and as you can see, the lights are on that it is charging. Off of this, with this charger right now on the USB, I'm not sure the power of this USB port, but it's going to take, you know, up to 7 hours. It could be less, but that's the way you charge off that. So that's one way to charge. I'm going to plug that and take this out. Another way to charge is by taking this port, and you can see there's two ends on this. One is the fatter end. This is for charging devices, and this is for charging the starter pack. So you go ahead, plug it on, then you take the adapter, plug it on here, and now if I go to a 12 volt, so I'm going to start up the vehicle just to demonstrate the 12 volt. So now the vehicle's running. I have this hooked up, and now we're charging, as you can see. Now charging it this way, you're talking 2 to 3 hours by charging it hooked up to the 12 volt with the vehicle running. That's my understanding. I could be slightly misinformed on that, but that's my understanding. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug that. We'll turn off the vehicle. So on the side of my Travato 59K, I do have a 12 volt port, and I'm just going to see if it works with this. There you go. So if I were sitting out here and I just wanted to charge it there, I could do that as well. But really and truly, I think the better way to go is just charge it off the front dashboard. So now I'm going to show you one of the ways to use the output, and this is with the phone. So I've plugged it in. Here's my phone, and obviously it's not going to charge until I turn it on. And there you go. It is now charging my phone. So you can use it as a charger, you can use it as a light, you can use it as an emergency beacon with the SOS or the strobe, and of course you can use it for jump starting your vehicle up to an 8-liter engine. Now, the previous vehicle I had was an E450 Integra Odyssey 24B. That E450 was a 7.3 liter engine. It's far bigger than this one. So I highly recommend, if you want peace of mind, get yourself one of these. So what I like to show you is where I keep this in my Travato 59K. Now this Travato 59K, the floor plan is very similar to other RVs such as the Coachman, the Integra Ethos, things like that. On the 59K we have this nice little compartment here, and this fits perfectly right inside like that. So it's right up front. And what I keep in this compartment is my charger, all my instruction manuals, and a flashlight. And it all fits nice and neat, like so. There you go. It's all locked up. So if you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. All the best to all, and happy RVing.